something that just came up in my spirit was Peter. Peter is a fisherman. If you know the story of Peter, and he has a degree in physiology. He has a master's degree in physiology. Don't go look for that. That story is in the book of, I believe, Luke chapter 5 from verse 1 to 11. That's where that story was taken from. But something happened there that I love so much. If you look at chapter 5, verse 5. Now, the story went on when Jesus came on the shore, was trying to talk to people about God and all of that, about, good stuff. And then he saw Peter, and Peter had been fishing all night. You know how, fishing all night and trying to catch some fish. He knew the time that the fish was going to be there. Peter knew because he has a master's degree on that. He knew. And so Peter went out at night and tried to fish with his buddies, and then the fish weren't coming. And then in the morning, they were angry trying to get home. It's like, man, we're tired of this. We're frustrated. It's time to go home. And then Jesus came by and said, Peter, can I borrow your boat? Peter said, who is this man? We're out here trying to fish. He's trying to borrow my boat. I'm trying to clean this thing to go home and go face my wife, because, my wife going to be like, what did you bring home? You didn't bring no drumfish, no red sniper, no pompano, no flangs, no sardine. Just a little sardine. You didn't even bring that home, Not to talk of the catfish. You didn't catch that. Not to go deeper to get me some crab, or some lobsters and shrimp. You didn't bring none of that home. I'm getting ready to go home. You know what I'm saying? And so Jesus just come out and say, let me use your boat, bro. He said, well, that's the first test. That was the first test. Can I use your boat? Can he use your boat? Can I use your vessel? What is that you can give out? It's your first start of obedience. And he went on to look at it and thought, well, okay, I give it to him. And then Jesus sat and preached and preached and preached. Now, at this point, Peter was getting frustrated. Man, are you looking at time? Pastor, you talking too long. I'm going to go home and sleep because I'm going to work in the morning. Peter was getting grouchy. I'm trying to go home. And Jesus was comfortable on the boat just preaching. And Peter was there looking. Don't make me do this now because I'm already angry. I didn't catch no catfish or anything. Now you're using my boat. You're talking for hours on this crowd. And after Jesus finished, and he looked back at him and said, Simon, and he answered and said unto him, Master, we have toiled all night. You came here using my boat and we caught nothing. But in the storyline, Jesus said to him, I need you to try it one more time. Now that I've finished using your boat. See, the problem with us, the reason why we don't get blessed is that we refuse to try again. We give up. We give up too quick. Oh, I did it before. Oh, I did it. I did it. I prayed already. I fasted. I gave. I'm not going to do this anymore. Oftentimes, when you come to the point of giving up, that is when your blessing is calling for you. When you obey that last call, that is where the breakthrough lies. Your worst hit comes when you're about to give up. The enemy comes with the worst blow on you when he realizes that there is a great blessing. And what did he say? He said, Master, nevertheless, at thy word, Your breakthrough is in your nevertheless. Your miracle is in your nevertheless. Thy word, I will let down the net. That was the second obedience. The first one was, can I have your boat? Can I have what is in your hand? Until you give out what is in your hand, you are not opening to receive what the master is getting ready to give to you. That's where the sacrifice. So you got to, that's where the sacrifice. You see, the obedience is what attracts the sacrifice. Am I talking to you tonight? I think this is too deep. I think we should just close and go home. You know, the amazing thing is that God has so much for you in the net when you obey. Verse 6 went on to say that after he let down enclosed multitude of fishes. Now, them catfish that went away, the tilapia that traveled to another town, the drumfish, the red fish, the red tilapia, all of them, the brown one, everyone, they said, gentlemen, all them fishes, we are going to the net of Mr. Peter. Always leads to the net of Mr. Peter because he obeyed the voice of the master. If your blessings are tied down in the north, if your blessings are tied down in the south, God has the power to command based on your obedience. Your blessings will locate you from where you are. It doesn't matter where they are. Somebody will call you and tell you, I have a big check, I have a surprise for you, because God is calling forth your blessings because of your obedience. Hey, I don't care what you are going through right now. There is a blessing with your name somewhere, and as long as you're waiting and ready to release what God is in, can I? And your nevertheless is what God is waiting for you. Nevertheless, I'm ready to try one more time. Nevertheless, I'm ready to pray again. Nevertheless, I'm ready to give. Nevertheless, I'm ready to make that sacrifice. Nevertheless, I am not going to quit now. Your blessing is in your nevertheless.